Nebraska. We present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy, Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Welcome to a Thursday, the 12th day of March for 2026. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic, up and at 'em here. We've got all of your news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. Going to be another busy day here on the program. The Nebraska baseball team, despite the cold weather, the snow we had yesterday, they played last night at Hawks Field in Lincoln, and Nebraska winning over North Dakota State by the score of 11-1 in 7 innings. The Huskers improving to 11-5 in the season, and now we'll get ready to take on Maine in a 3-game series coming up this weekend in Lincoln. Hastings College softball team, they have returned from Florida, their most recent trip down there, and they're going to take on York College here this afternoon in a doubleheader at the Smith Complex. Action gets underway at 4. A couple of ball games you'll be able to hear today on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame at 3:45 this afternoon. Hastings College women's basketball team, they're getting ready to play Friends University tomorrow in the opening round of the NAIA National Tournament down in Wichita. That game will tip off at 2. Another contest you'll be able to hear on Extreme Sports tomorrow, beginning with a pregame at 1:45. We'll talk about the Broncos and the Falcons on the show today. The Boys State High School basketball tournament got underway yesterday. First round games in classes A, C2, and D2. We'll check the results and set the schedule for today. Heartland Event Center in Grand Island is having a name change. We'll talk about that coming up. The Big Ten Conference basketball tournament continues in Chicago. We got some results from last night. We'll set the schedule for today. Also talk with Blake Marquardt, the Hastings High baseball coach. We had Tim Stroman on from Adams Central yesterday. We'll hear about Hastings High today. Matt Rule is going to join us. I'll have some comments about how the Husker spring football practice is going. And then about 7:30 this morning, I'm going to give you details on our bracket challenge for this year. Of course, the NCAA basketball tournament officially gets underway a week from today. The selection show is going to be on Sunday, and then we'll be involved with filling out brackets next week. We're going to give you a chance to win $10,000 in our bracket challenge this year, and you don't even have to have a perfect bracket. A lot of the brackets that you see around the nation, if you hit a perfect bracket, you're going to win this amount of money. We've got $10,000 that we're going to put up for grabs here in our bracket challenge this year, and I'll just tell you right now that you don't have to have a perfect bracket in order to win the $10,000. So we'll get you details on that coming up at 7:30 this morning. How you like to work for free next year, my man?
I was going to say I've really been enjoying the nice, cozy Western studios. I have a feeling that that's going to be stripped down here in the coming year. If you're giving out $10,000, that's my salary and then some. So I guess putting it up for grabs, so to speak. It's not much, old broadcaster salary, but it'll be a nice boost for our winner of the bracket challenge. Looking forward to my agent is anxiously standing by. I saw the tease yesterday, and I said, be ready to draft up some paperwork come Thursday morning when Mike gives out these details, because we're gonna try to figure out how staff are eligible to win.
We'll talk about that coming up at 7:30. So hang in there for that. A couple of things we'll get to get things started here. Team USA, we made it out of pool play. We had to have Italy beat Mexico last night in the World Baseball Classic, and Italy got the job done. They beat Mexico by the score of 9-1. So that allows the United States team to advance out of pool play after the Americans lost to Italy on Tuesday, 8-6. Kind of left their fortunes into the hands of Italy last night, but Italy came through, and they beat Mexico last night 9-1. So the Americans are out of pool play, and they'll play in the quarterfinals on Friday against Canada. So we advance. We got the job done, so to speak. We were in the motels and the hotels last night while Italy took care of Mexico, winning by a score of 9-1. So the team that beat us the night before, we had to have win last night, and they got the job done. We advance out of pool play, and we'll take on Canada on Friday in the quarterfinals of the World Baseball Classic.
Got a little help from Vinny Pasquantino and the Italians yesterday, and some friendly little John, in the post-game interview saying, "Hey, you're welcome, you us. We got the job done for you." It shouldn't have ever come to this. It shouldn't have been an issue. Really, really raw and interesting take from the U.S. manager Mark DeRosa yesterday. Comes out, Yahoo Sports was first reported, and then I think The Athletic picked up on it shortly thereafter. He didn't know the rules. Mark DeRosa didn't understand the scenario when we played the Italians Tuesday night. He thought we were already through. So the roster that I was sitting here questioning yesterday morning, saying, that was not the squad you wanted to field against Italy. Turns out he was trying to save some of his players because he thought we were already through. He didn't know the rules. Ouch.
Yeah, if you're going to go into a game, going into a World Baseball Classic, at least know the rules. Know how your team is going to advance. So he didn't know the rules, and Italy beat us the other night, which put us really in a wait-and-see approach from last night. Italy had to beat Mexico in order to advance, and they did. We got the job done. But, yeah, he didn't know the rules. That's nice.
That's neat.
Bobby Hurley, the head coach at Arizona State, has been let go. He's been out at Arizona State for 11 years. They announced yesterday that his contract will not be renewed just hours after the Sun Devils blowout loss to number 7 Iowa State in the Big 12 tournament. They lost to the Cyclones 91-42.
Jesus.
So Bobby Hurley is going to be put on administrative leave through the remainder of his contract, which ends in June. So he'll still get paid through the end of June, and then get your ass out the door. We're not going to renew your contract. Bobby Hurley led the Sun Devils to the NCAA tournament 3 times, including 2 straight in 2018 and 2019. But he really needed to make another March Madness run if his contract was going to be extended, and he didn't get the job done. Hurley finished 185, 167 in his 11 seasons at Arizona State, leaving as the second winningest coach in program history behind Ned Walk down there at Arizona State. So Bobby Hurley is out as the head coach at Arizona State. Syracuse has also fired their head men's basketball coach, Adrian Autry, ending a 3-year run there in charge of the Orange. He didn't make the NCAA tournament in any of his 3 years as the head coach. Their season ended on Tuesday with an 86-69 loss to SMU in the first round of the ACC tournament. The Orange lost 6 straight games to end the season, finishing 15-17 overall and 6-12 in the ACC. In 3 seasons, Autry went 49-48 and failed to reach the postseason. So Bobby Hurley is out as Arizona State's head coach, and also Adrian Autry is out at Syracuse. So a couple of coaching changes yesterday.
Syracuse is an intriguing job. That's just too good of a basketball power to be sitting in the doldrums of the ACC. I think the person that can come in and right the ship, so to speak, in Syracuse, is going to make some bank. But you got to get results.
Adrian Autry
did not
49 and 48 in 3 seasons, so he is out. A racing note here this morning, and I use these racing notes on this show just to help you out in your NASCAR fantasy league that I got you involved in. Hendrick Motorsports has announced that their driver, Alex Bowman, will miss a second consecutive NASCAR race because of vertigo. He'll be replaced by Justin Allgaier at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway this weekend. Allgaier won in NASCAR's second-tier series at Las Vegas a year ago, driving for JR Motorsports, an affiliate of Hendrick Motorsports. He has 84 career starts in the Cup Series and has raced in the Daytona 500 to open the season. He was involved in an early crash in that race and finished 38th in the Daytona 500. So Alex Bowman is out again. He will not race this weekend in Las Vegas, and he'll be replaced by Justin Allgaier in the NASCAR race coming up this weekend.
So keep Bowman off the starting lineup for the second week in a row. Got it.
Yep. I'm just kind of helping you
handle that.
All right, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday. Again, 402-834-1330 is our Hamilton Telecommunications fan line. You can give us a shout-out on phone, or you can leave us a message on our social media sites. We're monitoring those comments as well. Ryan Martin is up and at 'em this morning. It's a Rock Chalk game day.
It's KU game day. Yeah, he's doing kegs, eggs, and KU basketball.
KU and TCU tonight on the LED glass court. Now, I haven't been able to watch any of the Big 12 conference championship games on that new LED glass court.
It's like gray. The court's gray.
The court is gray, and there's like a screen under it or something?
Yeah. Yeah, like so the screen like lights up and it does the ads and like on the broadcast you can project the stats off the court so you can just like watch the live analytics. It's kind of cool.
Kind of neat.
Yeah, it's very futuristic.
So that's one reason to watch maybe KU and TCU tonight. Hell, just look at the floor. See what's going on there. State basketball tournament got started yesterday in Lincoln. Boys State tournament. Winners in Class A, Omaha West Side, Lincoln Southwest, Bellevue West, and Pavilion La Vista South. Winners in Class C2 were Utan, Norfolk Catholic, Bergen Catholic, and Freeman. Freeman won in overtime last night to beat Valentine. Winners in Class D2 were Elgin Pope John and Pope John. Guardian Angels Central Catholic, Archbishop Bergen, and St. Mary's. Those are the winners in the state basketball tournament yesterday. Classes B, C1, and D1 will be in action today. Grand Island Central Catholic carrying the Central Nebraska flag for this year's tournament. Central Catholic will be in action today. 10:45 starting time at the Devaney Center. They'll take on Douglas County West. The Crusaders are 22-5 in the season. Douglas County West 21-6. So Central Catholic, the only team from really around here in the Boys of State High School basketball tournament, they'll be in action today. 10:45 starting time at the Devaney Center.
It's amazing how little, if there's no Central Nebraska flavor, how very little I am paying attention to state basketball. Like, I forgot it started yesterday until I started to scroll on social media, and I was seeing some posts from friends that were in the industry and were there doing some games. I'm like, oh, yeah, state basketball is happening.
Yeah, normally we would be down in Lincoln.
We haven't been 2 years in a row on boys' side.
Yeah, it's been kind of a drought for us for the boys state tournament. Yeah, Central Catholic really the only team from around here in the tourney. Deshler, they were in the Class D2 field, but they were knocked off yesterday by Guardian Angels Central Catholic, so Deshler is out. No, Bergen's not playing in two classes.
Did you say Bergen twice?
Did I say Bergen twice?
Might have. I don't.
Bergen Catholic in Class C2.
Yeah.
And then we got, wait a minute, Archangels.
Oh,
In Class D2, did I say
maybe
Archbishop Bergen?
Maybe you did.
Well, that's good that somebody's paying attention to my ass.
Coach Aarons is on it.
Coach Aarons, he's all over the Bergen stuff. Yeah, Bergen Catholic, they won in Class C2 over Pender yesterday, 71-43. And then I think I said Archbishop Bergen down here in D2 is really Archangels Catholic. They beat Fall City Sacred Heart yesterday by a score of 49-28.
Got to figure out if Ryan Martin coming in on the comment section this morning, he's got to take a nap. If he's going to do his Kansas TCU game tonight, he's going to have to take it at 8:30.
He'll be all right.
8:30. Good God.
He's on spring break anyway, isn't he?
Oh, that's true.
I don't think he's working, so. The Big Ten Conference Tournament yesterday. On the men's side, a couple of surprises here. Iowa beat Maryland 75-64.
That was really
Washington defeated USC 83-79. Northwestern surprised Indiana 74-61. The Hoosiers were a team that was on the bubble for the NCAA basketball tournament, and they lose in the opening round of their conference tournament to a Northwestern 74-61. So if I was a Indiana fan, I'd be somewhat concerned here this morning about making the NCAA tournament. They lose in the opening round of their conference tournament last night, 74-61. Rutgers defeated Minnesota in the other game, 72-67. So today, Iowa will play Ohio State at 11, followed by Washington against Wisconsin. Then you've got Northwestern playing Purdue at 5:30, followed by Rutgers against UCLA. Nebraska will play the winner of the Northwestern-Purdue game tomorrow at 5:30 in Chicago. So if you're looking for something to do, you might want to put eyeballs on the Northwestern-Purdue game at 5:30 today. Nebraska will get the winner of that game tomorrow at 5:30 in Chicago. So,
are you pulling for Northwestern to pull off the upset so our road is quote-unquote easier? Or do you think that if Northwestern knocks off Purdue, then they gain all the confidence in the world, having just knocked off Indiana and Purdue and thus become tougher opponents?
No,
who are you cheering for?
I'm pulling for Northwestern.
Right, yeah.
But
that's the logical play, isn't it?
But remember, Northwestern would then have to play 3 games in a row.
That's true. And
yeah, I'll take a tired, upset-minded Northwestern team over a pretty well-rested and a pretty good basketball team in Purdue. Yeah, if Northwestern wins that game, they would play Nebraska tomorrow night. Nebraska has been off all week.
Yep.
Northwestern would be playing their 3rd game in 3 days. Yeah, I'd take a Northwestern win tonight. And we'll face a very tired Northwestern team tomorrow at 5:30.
Well, tired, but at that point, very confident Northwestern team.
Oh, yeah.
Confidence can be contagious this time of year. So, let's see. Ryan,
I take my chances.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I
take my chances. So.
Iowa State is the 5th team in the country and the 5th seed in the Big 12 tournament. That's how great the Big 12 is right now.
No, you're not going to sell me on the Big 12. Come on, Ryan Martin.
I don't.
Are you buying it?
I'm not.
Are you buying or selling on the Big 12
Sell.
conference? Yeah, I'm selling.
Sell. Big 10 and I don't know. I'm still kind of in the ACC for my powers.
when you put your bracket together, you're going to lean heavily on the Big Ten and the ACC?
Yeah, I'm
you.
selling Big 12. Listen, I know it looks great in terms of ranking and in terms of resumes and in our RPIs and all the analytics and numbers that these bracketologists go in to throw. I still can't get that excited about a TCU or an Iowa State. I want to see it against some of the big time competition. So, yeah, I'm selling. I'm selling Big 12.
Yeah, I'm with you. Other than, God, Kansas, can they make a run? If we believe Ryan, hell, they'll be in the Final Four. Yeah, how far is Kansas going to make a run this year? They haven't had a great year.
I think they would take Sweet 16 to the bank.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think they would take that to the bank. I think a round of 32 is probably more realistic for them.
Here's an interesting thought. Mm-hmm. Would you take a Nebraska run in the Big Ten tournament?
Uh-huh. Are we talking like Big Ten champions?
Yeah, Big Ten champions.
Okay.
They win the Big Ten championship. Would you take that if we lost in the first round of the NCAA tournament? Or would you rather have Nebraska bow out before the championship game in the Big Ten tournament and win a game or two in the NCAAs?
I would. Sweet 16, that would be money for me this year.
You wouldn't care that we go out and lose Friday night and then win 2 or 3 games in the NCAA tournament? You would take that over a dismal performance here in the conference tournament?
Yeah, because I think it would be so deflating because you would have so much anticipation and then I think expectations would be unrealistic from the fan base. Listen, there's at this point in the game, with the season we've had, and to be considered to be a top 3 seed before we even tip the ball off on Friday, that 3 is pretty much a lock for Nebraska. I don't think that there's any expectations that I would consider to be unrealistic at this point. And so I think an early exit in the tournament is much more disappointing because the competition is so much more fierce and stiff in the Big Ten tournament. I wouldn't be surprised if we got bounced. If Purdue wins against Northwestern and bounces us, that wouldn't be a shocking loss to me, Mike. But if we lost in the first round to Norfolk State, I would be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm with you. I want Nebraska to win the Big Ten championship this week. If we don't, that's all right. Yeah. Let's retool for next week and get ready to do something that we haven't done. That's win a game in the NCAA tournament. Mm-hmm. Now, if we get bounced, then this magical season that we have been on the last 4 or 5 months.
Be very anticlimactic.
Oh, yeah, it would be. It would be. If we get bounced in the next 2 tournaments and the next 2 games, then all of a sudden all this hype and all this excitement we've had all season long, it's just going to go down as just a memory.
Yeah. I mean, a really good memory. It's been a great ride. And amazing for belief. You saw what happened. I don't think PBA has been sold out mid-season ever. You saw the excitement, you saw the energy, you saw the buzz. Coming after a miserable fall, I think that this was something that really gave the Husker fan base some blood pumping, and it was huge. Hoiberg was instrumental in that, and not just Fred, Sam too. So yeah. But it would be a horrible disappointment to get bounced in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Ryan's going to chime in. He's still playing kangaroo court here with the Big 12 that he's trying to buy us and feed us. Arizona, Houston, Iowa State, Texas Tech. He has as Elite 8 and Final 4 contenders. The only one I'm buying in that sentence is Arizona. Houston, Sweet 16 at best. Texas Tech, maybe round of 32. Iowa State could sneak into a Sweet 16. I think Kansas could make a shot for 32.
Wow, you're not buying any one of those other teams?
I'm not buying anybody but Arizona. I think Arizona's a legitimate contender for a Final Four, maybe even a championship game. But I'm not buying the other three mentioned.
Houston, Iowa State, and Texas Tech.
Sell, please.
He says, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Buy my thinking here. Ryan Martin, he's trying to sell us on the Big 12.
But I think that's what happens when you pay attention to Big 12 hoops. You have an expectation because of the teams that you're seeing, and your only eyeballs are in that direction. So you overinflate them a little bit. We kind of tend to do the same thing with the Big 10.
Oh yeah.
I think my bullshit, my bullshit was evidence of that. I think I had all Big 10 schools winning bowl games this year. So you get kind of unrealistic expectation. I'm a sell. I'm a sell in Houston, Iowa State, Texas Tech.
Yeah, Ryan, he's obviously watched more Big 12 basketball than you and I have combined. So he might be an expert. Those things might be sleepers, Houston, Iowa State, and Texas Tech. One other thing I wanted to bring up before we get to our news break here. You and I are in the same boat.
We're all in the same boat.
We are rolling in the same boat. We're on the outside looking in.
Is there beer on this boat?
I hope so. We're going to need it. Banana ball.
Oh.
Did you get your
wound. Insert salt.
Yeah, I saw your email yesterday, and my daughter immediately texted me, check your email. You and I are among several people that don't have a chance to buy tickets to the Savannah Bananas when they come to Lincoln. You had to get into this big drawing, evidently.
Yep.
That was several months ago, so we submitted our names, and now evidently they have drawn the people out that have the opportunity to buy tickets for the Savannah Bananas in Lincoln. And after some social media posts yesterday, you and I are in the same boat. We got our email that says, thanks for your interest in the Bananas, but your name was not selected among the people that have an opportunity to buy tickets to see the Savannah Bananas. I think it's coming up in August in Lincoln.
Yeah, Memorial Stadium, and that should be a fantastic event and a fantastic show. And now it's trying to find out the people that did get tickets and seeing if I can be an honorary member of their family or traveling party.
Do you know anybody that did?
Well, I know actually a family that won twice, basically, because they submitted on two different emails. Yeah. So they're going to be selling those tickets, but that's the unfortunate part is you can get family situations like that, and then the families are going to jack up the prices. But whatever, you're gonna pay because you build it, they will come, Ray. And they'll fork over 20s without even thinking about it. The old famous quote from Field of Dreams. Anyways, yeah, I know several people that won their tickets. What I'm appreciative of though is that they at least sent you a rejection email. So it wasn't like I was like, I didn't get an email and I'm looking through spam and I'm worried about it for the rest of the day. No, they just came out flat out and you opened it up and it was like, you are a loser.
Yeah, I got my email. My wife also, she didn't say anything this morning. I wonder if she even checked her email.
Open up the bookkeeper's email.
Password. I'll open her up today and see. Sneak in her email and see if maybe she won tickets.
Ryan Martin's wife got drawn. Ryan's going.
Hell, we'll be friends with him.
I'm buying the Big 12. All those nasty things I said about the conference, that's all gone.
Forget
go
everything
Texas
we said about
Tech.
go. Forget everything we said about the Big 12, Ryan. What are you doing in August? What are you going to do with your Savannah Banana tickets? Of course, if you win $10,000 in our bracket challenge this year, you'll be able to probably buy some tickets from somebody.
Can't we just go stream the game? Just call up Jesse Cole and be like, "Hey, we're gonna stream the game."
Yeah, can't we just get press passes or something?
Yeah, right.
So
we are press.
All right, coming up, we have got some comments from Matt Rule as the Huskers are into their kind of week 2 of their spring workouts. We'll see how things are going down in Lincoln. Blake Marquardt is standing by. He's going to talk with us about Hastings High baseball here in just a few minutes. And I've got details on the $10,000 Extreme Sports Bracket Challenge. We're going to launch next week. It's all straight ahead as you wake up with Mike and Tyson this morning. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We'll start first in downtown Hastings, where the Heartbeat Creative District was recently awarded a $100,000 Creative District Development Grant for painted crosswalks on First Street in downtown, as well as sculptures and a mid-block crossing at the Public Library's green space. That is the first step in implementing the Creative District's Public Art Plan and Strategic Plan. Also known as the Hastings Art and Beat District, the Heartbeat District encompasses the historic downtown area. And new this year, the Heartbeat Creative District is also open to receiving donations during Give Hastings Day, which is put on through the Hastings Community Foundation. Meanwhile, the Nebraska Department of Motor Vehicles is rolling out with new driver's license designs and state ID cards. The updated cards feature Nebraska-themed images, including the Bob Carey pedestrian bridge, wheat fields, and a honeybee, along with new anti-counterfeiting technology and micro-printing to improve security. Officials say the cards will also use black and white photos to better highlight facial features and reduce identity fraud. The DMV says the new design will be issued statewide by mid-April, and current IDs will remain valid until they expire. It is coming up on 7:32. We'll head it back over to you, Mike Will. What's going on in sports?
The Nebraska baseball team beat North Dakota State 11-1 in 7 innings last night at Haymarket Park. Jet Buck went 3 for 4 with a couple of doubles and 3 RBIs for the Huskers. Cooper Katsky improved to 2-0 in the season, striking out 8 batters across 5 innings while allowing 1 run on 2 base hits. Nebraska is now 11-5 in the season and will play Maine in a 3-game series coming up this weekend in Lincoln. Hastings College softball team will play York today in a doubleheader out at the Smith Complex. The Broncos are 7-8 on the season after going 2-3 on their most recent trip to Florida. The Panthers are 6-14. Action gets underway at 4 this afternoon. We'll have coverage here on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame show at 3:45. Hastings College women's basketball team getting ready to play Friends University tomorrow in the opening round of the NAIA National Tournament in Wichita. The Broncos are 22-8 on the season after losing to Dakota Wesleyan 86-68 last week in the semifinals of the GPAC tournament. The Falcons are 24-6. They lost to Tabor 54-42 last week in the semifinals of the KCAC tournament. Friends beat Hastings College earlier this year 104-102 in 2 overtimes. Tip-off will be at 2. We'll have the game tomorrow on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame show at 1:45. If Hastings wins, they'll play again at 2 o'clock on Saturday against either Corbin of Oregon or Texas A&M San Antonio. And the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island will soon be known as the Big Iron Event Center. The $2.1 million naming rights deal was announced yesterday with the city of Grand Island and Big Iron Auctions and Realty and will last for 15 years. The Ihusen Arena and the Bosman Conference Center will remain as is. Those naming rights have been grandfathered in from the creation of the Event Center in 2006 and are not up for sale. That's a check on your sports headlines this morning at 7:34 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones. Warmer temperatures, strong winds, and a red flag warning because of increased fire danger throughout all of Nebraska today. Hey, everybody, Tim Jones. 70 will be the high today. We'll have strong south-southwest winds, 20 to 25 winds gusting into the 40s throughout the day. That red flag warning until 9 o'clock tonight. 34 and breezy overnight tonight. Partly cloudy skies. 56, partly sunny on Friday. 67 Saturday, and maybe some winter weather on Sunday.
Right now, we have south winds at 13. It is partly cloudy, 29 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Hi guys, this is Justin Consrick with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. Just want to talk to you about how we do things. I talk to farmers every day. A lot of guys just want a simple, honest way to sell equipment. That's why I work with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. We know the equipment, we know the buyers. We run real auctions with no buyer's fees, which brings in more bidders and stronger results. From one machine to the full lineup, we handle marketing, the details, the sales start to finish. We're just real people with real auctions, real results. If you're thinking about auctioning equipment, reach out and give us a call at 308-991-5429.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton is Business.
March means March Madness. Ready to turn your basketball knowledge into victory? Extreme Sports Bracket Challenge makes it simple and fast. Create your bracket in minutes on mobile or desktop. Compete with friends and locals. Follow live scoring and highlights. And earn a chance to win great prizes for cash, merch, and more. Join the local rivalry and feel the tournament energy. Don't miss out. Sign up today at extremesports.com/bracket challenge. Presented by Extreme Sports.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson and Bronick with you on this Thursday morning, the 12th day of March for 2026. The bracket challenge. Let's talk about the challenge. Of course, the selection show is going to be on Sunday. We're going to have a bracket challenge this year. And I told you earlier, we're giving away $10,000 in our bracket challenge this year. $10,000. That can be yours.
Okay.
You don't have to have a perfect bracket.
Good.
All right, there's going to be, 67 games altogether in the NCAA tournament. The first 4 are not going to count. Those are your play-in games.
Yep.
The first 4 play-in games are not going to count.
Just need
so
your
we're down
bracket
to
by
63.
Thursday.
We're down to 63 games in.
Okay.
All right? If you hit 60 of the 63 games,
wow,
it can be done. If you hit 60 out of the 63 games, we're going to give you $10,000.
3 losses and that's it.
But that's better than a lot of the pools that you see. Yeah, you got to have a perfect bracket to win the big bucks.
I'll take those.
Not
odds.
ours. If you hit 60 out of 63 games, we're going to give you $10,000.
Son of a bitch.
If there's a couple of people that get to that level, then you'll split the $10,000. So we're going to put out $10,000 if you can hit 60 out of the 63 games.
What's the price of ramen going for these days? It's what I'll be left with.
What do you think?
It's snatching out of my salary.
Yeah, we're going to throw it out there. We're going to have prizes. We'll have prizes for first, second, third, and fourth in our bracket challenge like we normally do. And we got some cash prizes involved with that. We got a couple of different prize packages lined up. We got a 5-piece cooler set we're going to be giving away. We got gift certificates to Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill, also to Miscue Sports Bar and Grill, and also to District 14 beer and pizza. We've got gift certificates to all those places. We've got bottles of Moletta Vista wines that we're going to be giving away. We've got a portable grill that's actually a grill and a smoker that we're going to be giving away. We've got a Titan collapsible wheeled cooler that we're going to be giving away. We've got another 5-piece cooler set that we're going to be giving away as we get you ready for summer. We've got 4 clubhouse seats to Fauner Park up in Grand Island for a Saturday, April the 18th, that were donated by Creighton Gardens up in Grand Island. So we'll get you set up with the clubhouse seats up at Fauner Park in Grand Island. Those are just some of the prizes that we'll be giving away for first, second, third, and fourth in our bracket challenge this year. But again, the big thing, $10,000. $10,000 if you hit 60 out of the 63 games in the bracket challenge.
All right. It's on.
So you think you can do that?
Oh, hell no, but
somebody will.
We'll give it a college try.
Somebody will.
60?
It's been done.
So
I looked it up yesterday.
Yeah.
I looked it up yesterday. The chances of hitting a perfect bracket in the NCAA tournament, and that's what a lot of these contests that you see across the nation, that if you win the bracket and have a perfect bracket, you're going to win all this money. Yeah. It's 1 in 9.2 quintillion of hitting a perfect bracket. So I looked at that and said, no, nobody's going to hit that. Why offer something that no one has a chance of hitting? 1 in 9.2 quadrillion is the odds of picking a perfect bracket. So I thought, let's make it a little easier, but still challenging. So me and a couple other people got together in our fine establishment here, and we said, what about 60? 60 out of the 63. So if you hit 60 out of the 63, we're going to give you $1,000 or $10,000. Now, if you and I and Coach Aaron's hit it, we're going to split $10,000. We're going to throw $10,000 into the pot, and whoever can hit 60 out of 63, it's going to be like the lottery. So if 2 people hit it, you'll split the $10,000. If 3 people hit 60 or more games, you'll split it evenly among you. But if you're the only one that hits 60 out of 63, we're going to give you $10,000. All right? So what you got to do is you've got to get to our website, x-streamsports.com. You need to get signed up. You go to the top of the page. There's a games tab up there. Click on the games, and you'll see the bracket challenge. Get all the preliminary work done, your name and address and your telephone number in case you win the $10,000. I'm going to have a way to find you. So get that filled out, and then come back and submit your bracket anytime after the bracket's announced on Sunday. Before next Thursday, 11 o'clock or so, the game starts?
Yeah.
So you got to get your bracket turned in, and we'll let you know how you're doing. We're looking for somebody to hit 60 out of 63 games in the bracket challenge, and we're going to give you $10,000.
If you do that, by the way, you would have a bracket that is, you have managed to, by reducing the number to 3, reduced it from a 1 in 9.2 quintillion, which is going 63 games correct.
Yeah.
If it's a 60 games correct, we've reduced it from 9.2 quintillion to 1.2 quintillion.
Wow.
So
that's pretty good.
The odds are still against you, but
odds are swinging in our favor.
Odds were against us in 1776 too. So.
All right, so that's the details on the bracket challenge. Yeah, we're going to have some nice prizes for first, second, third, and fourth. But the big thing is this year we're going to give you a chance to win $10,000 in our bracket challenge this year. Make sure you get signed up, get ready to go. We'll talk more about that, obviously, as we get closer and closer. But right now, we want to talk some baseball with Hastings High head coach Blake Marquardt. All right, spend a couple of minutes with Hastings High head baseball coach Blake Marquardt here this morning. Blake, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. How's practice going? You guys have been in practice preseason workouts. How's things going for you?
Yeah, it's been going well. For the most part, the weather's been, fairly nice and workable, and so we've been able to get out, probably a little bit more than some traditional years and get some extra reps and some extra inner squads done. And, yeah, we feel like we're off to a good start so far.
Weather allowing you guys to maybe run ahead of schedule a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, we do feel like so. It's probably giving up the pass. It might be the most we've been able to get done in the middle of the week, and it's been nice. We've been on spring break as well, so we've been able to practice during the day, maybe get an extra 20, 30 minutes out of a practice just because, the weather's getting nice enough and you got some extra time during the break.
Finished 13-11 a season ago, Coach. What do we do to improve on that this year?
Well, we got some holes to fill, don't we? I mean, we had 10 seniors last year, so we've got the next group. We'll see what the next group can do for us. We don't have a ton of experience coming back from last year's team, and get me wrong, we've got guys that were part-time or kind of role players last year, but those role players will have to be big-time players for us this year. And so it's kind of unknown, with that next group. It's just I like where we're at. I like what I've seen. We'll just see if they can make that jump from the JV squad or being a role player to being full-time varsity and being a key-time player this year.
Where are the biggest question marks right now?
Our pitching staff will be the number one importance of going forward. Unfortunately, we had not only we had a big class, we also had kind of two big injuries in the off season that kind of took out some of our best pitchers. With the Dreer kid who was our center fielder, big bat for us in the lineup. He obviously had some major surgeries after football, and then the Wibbles kid who was a freshman last year and he had an arm injury this year. So you're missing two big arms, and so we've got a lot of innings to fill from last year's squad. And then going forward, we've got to figure out who our catcher is going to be. And, we've got a junior, Blake Coleman, who you'd like to see, in the leadership role, but he's coming off an ACL tear last year. And then we have Jackson Brooks, who's been a sophomore, who's trying to, itch some time in there as well. But, yeah, I mean, we also have three seniors on the team, and those three seniors are going to have to vocally lead us through the first part of the year until we figure out the pieces and where everybody's going to fit in.
Coach, you talked about the pitching staff. It's going to be a young staff. Who do you expect to chew up most of the innings early in the season?
Well, I would expect we got a junior, Peyton Drake, who was kind of a role pitcher last year for us. He had a couple starts and some innings last year. He really shined last year. We were in the EMC conference tournament. We had lost to Norris, but I believe it was like a 2-1 game, and he threw, I think, 6 innings for us. And so as a sophomore last year, he showed some really bright signs of being a big-time pitcher. I really see him solidifying that number one spot for us this year. Behind him, we got to have a senior, Don Monty, another senior, Zane Thompson, who have to fill in big-time pitching roles. Zane Thompson came off a really good summer for us in Legion baseball, so he's going to have to be, contribute a lot. Owen Ablett's another one that comes in my mind, and then another one's Trindon Nagat. So there's, 5 or 6 right there that you kind of feel like are going to be, really important. And then you still got to find 2 or 3 more guys that are going to, either eat up innings or they're going to find their way into starting a role. The other one that I need to mention is Tragan Way. He's a junior. He's going to be another guy that really eats up a lot of innings for us this year.
And what about you mentioned the catching position? What about the position players?
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is one of our leaders, Clayton Arlt, will be back, and he kind of split time last year between short and second. By the end of the year, he was our DH. We were able to have some seniors that solidified the middles for us last year. So Clayton kind of had to be a designated hitter, but he's a sophomore this year, a true shortstop. He's going to be a very good athlete and a very good baseball player, and he is right now, but he's going to continue to grow. We're going to have to lead with him up the middle. Brennan Chris is who I would say is going to be right there up the middle with him at second base. So those two have some chemistry. They played Legion together this summer, so hopefully we can build up that chemistry and continue that going into the season.
A lot of those names we're familiar with, Coach, from this summer, so they provide a little pop offensively at the plate, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They're very smart, intelligent baseball players. Clayton's going to hit for good average, good power. Brennan can hit for power, but his speed is what's going to bring him alive. He hits a gap, it's a double, maybe a triple, and he's a guy that I really hope can steal 15 to 20 bases this first year. And I don't think we've had that, in the last couple of years. A kid that I truly can believe go out and just steal that many, and we're going to need him to play that role this year for us.
Schedule is going to be as tough as ever. You open up with your traditional rival in Norris on the road this year, Coach. Not an easy way to start the season with a young baseball team, is it?
No, but it's one of those games where you've got to have the right mindset going in, and you got to kind of sell it to your team and make them understand that we're not going to go day one and ride the pitcher for 5 or 6 innings. The nice thing is we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off right after that. And then we have Sandy Bear on that Monday, York on that Tuesday. So, as of now, things could change, but as of now, our goal would be going in is, okay, like, you're going to start your guy for 2 to 3. Then everybody after that just kind of gets one inning after that. And can you piece it together so that way no one feels like they've got to, carry the load of the team or the win or whatever it is that everybody, can they do their job for 1 inning and just piece this thing together? And then going into then that following week on Monday, we've got 4 or 5 pitchers in that have got their feet wet in a varsity game, and we feel like then we're off to the running from there.
As young as a baseball team as you're going to have this year, Coach, what's the thing you're going to have to overcome, especially early in the season?
Well, I think you're just going to have to get used to some of those, those young mistakes, and understanding the seniors understand the importance of every game and what it means to the end of the season. And, you're going to have some hiccups along the way, whether it's, missing signs or not executing certain situations. And, the moment might be too big early in the season. But again, hopefully we can, slow the game down for these guys and hopefully not put them in those moments too early in the season. Again, spread it out throughout the entire team. And that way everybody has an opportunity. And then, whoever decides to solidify that spot for them can win that. And then, you go forward with that.
All right, Coach. We'll be catching up with you throughout the season. Thanks for joining us for a couple of minutes this morning.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for your time, Mike.
That's Blake Marquardt. He's the head coach for the Hastings High baseball team. So we've heard from Blake, and we've heard from Tim Stroman out at Adams Central the past couple of days as we get ready for another season of high school baseball. Both teams will get started next week with some tough games. Adams Central going to open up against Wayne on the road. Hastings High, as we mentioned, opening up at Norris next week. So that's what's going on for high school baseball.
Nothing like getting started with a measuring stick for both schools. You rival with AC and Wayne, and God, that's become almost pure cinema in Class C the last couple seasons. And you bring in Norris, a.k.a. Hickman from the American Legion side of things, and they just seem to build baseball players down there. It's something in the water, so taking a young team up there should be a pretty good challenge for them.
All right, 7:54, waking up with Mike and Tyson. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
The Nebraska Department of Motor Vehicles is rolling out a new design for driver's licenses and state ID cards. The updated cards feature Nebraska-themed images, including the Bob Carey pedestrian bridge, wheat fields, and a honeybee, along with new anti-counterfeiting technology and microprinting to improve safety. Officials say the cards will use black and white photos to better highlight facial features and reduce identity fraud. The DMV says the new design will be issued statewide by mid-April, and current IDs remain valid until they expire. Meanwhile, the Heartbeat Creative District was recently awarded a $100,000 grant, a Creative District Development Grant, for painted crosswalks on First Street in downtown, as well as sculptures in a mid-block crossing at the Public Library's green space. It's the first step in implementing the Creative District's public art plan and strategic plan. The Heartbeat Creative District encompasses the historic downtown area and will also be receiving donations during Give Hastings Day, coming up in May through the Hastings Community Foundation. 7:55, we'll head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, the Boys State High School basketball tournament got underway yesterday in Lincoln. Winners in Class A were Omaha West Side, Lincoln Southwest, Bellevue West, and Papillion La Vista South. The Class C2 winners were UTAN, Norfolk Catholic, Bergen Catholic, and Freeman. In Class D2, the winners were Elgin Public, Elgin Pope John, Guardian Angels Central Catholic, Archbishop Bergen, and St. Mary's. Classes B, C1, and D1 will play their opening round games today. Grand Island Central Catholic will play Douglas County West at 10:45 this morning at the Devaney Center. And the Hastings College softball team will play York today in a doubleheader out at the Smith Complex. The Broncos are 7-8 on the season after going 2-3 in their most recent trip to Florida. The Panthers are 6-14. Action gets underway at 4 today. We'll have coverage on Extreme Sports beginning with a pregame at 3:45 this afternoon. The Nebraska baseball team, they beat North Dakota State 11-1 in 7 innings last night at Haymarket Park. Jet Buck went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs for the Huskers. Cooper Kasky improved to 2-0 in the season, striking out 8 batters across 5 innings while allowing 1 run on 2 base hits. Nebraska is now 11-5 in the season and will play Maine in a 3-game series coming up this weekend in Lincoln. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:57 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Warmer temperatures, strong winds, and a red flag warning because of increased fire danger throughout all of Nebraska today. Hey, everybody, Tim Jones. 70 will be the high today. We'll have strong south-southwest winds, 20 to 25 winds gusting into the 40s throughout the day. That red flag warning until 9 o'clock tonight. 34 and breezy overnight tonight. Partly cloudy skies. 56, partly sunny on Friday. 67 Saturday, and maybe some winter weather on Sunday.
We've got south winds this morning at 13, partly cloudy. It is 29 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Trouble's brewing at Elbow Bend, and somebody's about to get fleeced. This is Mick with Miletta Vista Winery announcing our mystery dinner tickets are now on sale for the Golden Fleecing, Wild West Murder Mystery. So get your tickets at Miletta Vista Winery's events page. Come dressed as your best cowboy or saloon girl garb. Enjoy a great meal, a glass or two of hooch, and help solve the crime before the night's over. But watch your back, buddy. The outlaw might be sitting at your table. The Golden Fleecing Mystery Dinner at Miletta Vista Winery, March 28th, April 18th.
Conant Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Conant Auto Care is here for you.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
Mike Will, Giant Center Bike with you. It's a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Yeah, 4 different locations now. You can play our trivia game, or soon to be 4. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill, The Tank, also District 14 Beer and Pizza in West Hastings, and soon at Miscue's Sports Bar. So that's going to be getting cranked up here in the next couple of weeks. You'll be able to play our trivia game at 4 different locations in the city of Hastings, in addition to your mobile devices, and watch all of our local sports on the screens there at those 4 locations. So that's some exciting news. A lot of stuff going on here. We introduced the $10,000 bracket challenge earlier today, and we'll be releasing more details on that here as we get closer and closer to the NCAA basketball tournament.
So my agent has reached out.
I see that I'm getting a couple of text messages from some people that I don't normally get text messages from.
My agent has reached out. He wants to know, because of my page 3 performance last year, is it if you get 60 right or 60 wrong? Because he goes, you have better odds to get 60 wrong than you do to 60 right.
60 right. Yeah, the way you performed last year in the bracket challenge.
It was not very good. It wasn't very good. But we're not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, you'd be more in line with the 60 losses and 60 wins. God. What about the Heartland Event Center? All of a sudden, we got to learn a new name.
Big Iron.
Big Iron Event Center is what they're going to call the place up in Grand Island now.
That's naming rights. Like, I still call the CHI Health Center the Quest Center. You know, like just things that you grow up with.
Do people look at you funny?
What is it, Charles Schwab Field now?
Yeah.
I think I still call it TD Ameritrade Park.
Do people look at you funny?
No.
God,
They're just like, oh, you poor uncultured guy.
Yeah. Oh, didn't you know?
Didn't you know?
Didn't you know we renamed that 20 years ago?
Yeah, well, you have to get out of Hastings once a year.
So now it's the Big Iron Event
Big
Center.
Iron. Is that effective immediately?
I suppose. They're going to be changing the name here soon. $2.1 million for the next 15 years is what they're going to pay. We were going to try to maybe go for that at Extreme Sports, but we settled on throwing out $10,000 instead. Throwing out $10,000. I don't think we're quite big enough yet to maybe have an arena named after us.
Give it a year.
I told the bookkeeper, I kind of mentioned, I said, when are we going to get big enough where we can have an event center named after us? She said we better start with like a little league baseball field.
I was thinking Little League, or we can get a golf tournament going.
Yeah, we probably do that. We're probably big enough for that now.
Get a golf tournament.
Or we can name like Oswego Park. That'll be the Extreme Sports Park. We better start with something small. All right, we're going to have softball today. Hastings College and York out at the Smith Complex. 4 o'clock. It'll be a 4 and 6 doubleheader today with Hastings College and the Panthers. Pregame at 3:45. You'll have the action from the Smith Complex today here on Extreme Sports. I will head for Wichita. I'll do my show tomorrow from Wichita, getting set for the national tournament tomorrow with Hastings and Friends University. So I will be in Wichita. You will be here.
Yeah.
And then Jim Slacker, who always joins us on Friday and talks horses, he's out in Las Vegas. So we'll see if we can get this all pulled off tomorrow.
Let's put a disclaimer out for tomorrow's show. That there is a potential that this could go off the rails tomorrow.
No,
but we're going to try. We're going to try.
I'll be in Wichita. You'll be in Hastings, and Jim will be out in Las Vegas.
IT guy is on red alert.
He's not going to get any sleep.
No.
He's going to say, what?
Oh, shit.
That's why I'm going down early today.
Yep.
Going down to Scotia early to get set up to make sure because the last time I did it, where was I?
You were in Iowa.
Oh, yeah, I was in Iowa. It didn't work real well.
I had problems in Iowa, too, so.
I have never done it from Wichita.
We're going to find out.
All right. That'll be tomorrow's show. We're going to be talking ponies tomorrow with Jim Slacker. So if you want to listen to the show again, get details on our bracket challenge and listen to our interview we had with Blake Marquardt. Didn't quite get to Matt Rule today. We'll save him for tomorrow. We'll be able to use his comments tomorrow, so we'll save Matt Rule for tomorrow. So thanks for joining us here today. And again, if you like to listen to the podcast, you can just go to our social media sites, download the podcast, and listen to the show again when you have a chance throughout the day. Make plans to be here tomorrow morning at 7 for Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.